Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, for providing me the floor. Excellencies, distinguished religious leaders, distinguished colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, my mandate as High Commissioner on National Minorities of the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe was established more than 3 decades ago to identify and de-escalate tensions involving national minorities and ethnic communities, and to do so quietly, impartially, and early, so that differences don't get the chance to become divisions, and divisions never become conflict. That preventive spirit is also at the heart of this Congress. As His Excellency President Tokayev has underlined, the potential of religion to act as a bridge between communities and countries is indispensable when the work stability is tested. We gather today to make that potential a reality. Sustainable inter-ethnic peace rests on 2 mutually reinforcing pillars: integration with respect for diversity and security anchored in human rights, where different ethnic, linguistic, and religious communities are able to learn, work, participate, and be heard in their own languages and together in the state language. Societies grow more cohesive and resilient to radicalization and hate. In 2022, during this forum, my predecessor, Ambassador Kairat Abdrahmanov, stressed 3 practical levers of prevention: inclusive education, responsible media and digital spaces, and meaningful participation. This year, I would like to place a special focus on youth exchange and on the participation and leadership of women and girls belonging to different communities. If we dedicate resources and succeed in advancing these priorities, we will amplify the impact of every other investment in peace. Young people are our partners in sustainable peace and prevention. When they meet across lines of faith, language, and identity, on campus, online, and in their own towns, they lower the temperature of public debate, broaden empathy, and build sustainable networks. This is why during my visit to Kazakhstan this week, like during other visits, I'm engaging actively with students. I've given a lecture at Kimek University in Almaty, and I look forward to my upcoming lecture at Nazarbayev University. Women belonging to different communities, including minorities, often face intersection of multiple barriers: linguistic, socio-economic, cultural, and sometimes legal. When these women are included and participate, the benefits to their families and communities multiply. School attendance rises, local economies are strengthened, and grievances are resolved earlier and more peacefully. At the same time, women belonging to minorities should be recognized and supported as leaders and mediators within local and national governance. For this valuable potential to be realized, commitment must be matched by resources. Predictable, transparent financing for women-led initiatives in mixed communities should be built into policy frameworks so that education, mentorship, and interfaith community work can strengthen social cohesion in a sustainable way. Much has already been done by faith-based leaders to strengthen cohesion, yet further steps could bring about a lasting difference. Religious leaders bring unique convening power and moral authority. Even small steps taken now make a lasting difference. For example, opening pathways for youth. Building on the OSCE region's wider experiences with youth dialogues and intercultural exchanges, religious leaders could intensify efforts to host regular, jointly designed youth dialogues and service projects, creating space and responsibility for young people to work together across lines of faith, language, and identity. A second way is modeling responsible remembrance. At a time when debates over history are intensifying, leaders can help shape inclusive commemorations that acknowledge all communities' losses and contributions. Because when memory is handled with care, it can heal. And third, helping to de-escalate negative rhetoric. Religious leaders can set the tone by discouraging divisive language, speaking out against hate speech, and promoting respectful dialogue. By leading through example, using nuanced and inclusive rhetoric themselves, they can lower the temperature of public debate, prevent tensions from escalating, and foster a climate in which all communities feel secure and valued. What can my organization offer? Drawing on our thematic recommendations and guidelines on education, on integration of diverse societies, on media in the digital age, or on minority language rights, as well as socio-economic inclusion, I propose a concrete step that states, religious leaders, and local authorities can take together: interfaith and inter-ethnic youth exchanges, to move beyond symbolic meetings to problem-solving exchanges, where a mixed team of students can work jointly on shared challenges. Because when young people build something together, they also build trust amongst themselves. My office is ready to share expertise on conflict prevention and fostering integration, including bilingual and mother tongue plus state language education models that strengthen both learning outcomes and social cohesion. We can support the design of youth exchanges and initiatives that foster the leadership of minority women, drawing on tools and lessons learned from across the OBSE area. And when sensitive issues of language, education, or participation risk escalation, my office can help facilitate quiet dialogue to keep channels open and trust intact. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, every act of inclusion is an early investment in peace. Youth exchange and the participation of women belonging to minorities are not side projects. They are core infrastructure for security. I'm deeply grateful to the President of Kazakhstan, His Excellency Kassym-Jomart Tokayev, for convening this Congress and for his consistent support to interreligious dialogue. I look forward to working with many of you in translating our shared principles into daily practice, so that the next generation inherits habits of cooperation that keep our diverse societies peaceful, resilient, and whole. I thank you.